Hello and welcome to Sid Meier's Civilization 6. Today I'm going to be starting a playthrough on one of my favorite civs, France. Now my goal for this sort of live comm is I'm going to play a little quicker. I'm not going to go as in-depth. But I'm keen to keep the pace up so that it's a little more engaging in terms of the actual gameplay here. In fact, I'm going to go right ahead. I'm going to click start. Bam. How is that for speed? Now, and then if you want something a little more in-depth, you can check out some guide videos I'm working on. Right now I have one for Australia, and I'm going to be working on one for Norway, which is a very funky civ, and there's a really interesting way to play them, which I'm excited to show off. It basically involves abusing pillaging for the entirety of the game. Anyway, as for France here, one of my favorite civs, not particularly good, but I really enjoy tourism. I think it's a cool mechanic. Yeah, and they're kind of one of the more just like straight up pure tourism, nothing too crazy. They just get extra wonders, which give tourism, and yeah, I mean they have some. I'll talk a little bit about her. Not ultra in depth, but like the her first ability here, Flying Squadron, extra visibility. That's okay. It's not particularly great. It's better in like maybe multiplayer where where the messages, the pop-ups you get can really be good indicators of a player's strategy. In single player, you're kind of really just focused on yourself. So more like you kind of ignore your opponents more than you do maybe in a multiplayer setting. So when you get a message like Gilgamesh has like swapped in such and such policy, right? It's not particularly exciting, or it's not particularly useful. It's like, okay, who knows what they're actually doing? Just because the AI did some random thing, right? I'm not too excited about this start, but I'm gonna commit here. I'm not gonna wimp out. Let me think. I want to use these mountains. I think I'll settle in place. This is crap, honestly. At least it's plains, and like plains farms actually aren't that bad, because they have production, which is really what you need. Like if this was grassland, I think I'd throw in the towel right away. I'd just concede. So let's see here. Yeah, so Catherine, you really want to be like spamming wonders, right? Yeah, she gets a particular bonus to mid-game. So you can kind of think of it that way, like maybe you should delay wonder building or whatever, but like because she gets double tourism for wonders at all times. I mean, like Hanging Gardens or whatever in the early game, that counts, right? That you get double tourism for that. I mean, like France kind of actually rewards building wonders much better than other civs do, which is kind of why I'm a fan. Jades are mines, right? I can never remember if jades are mines and gypsum is quarries. Can never quite keep those straight. Let's start with mining here. I don't particularly urgently need anything. That's what I'm talking about. Foreign trade, that's really nice. Atusa provides me strategic resources. So not particularly urgent, but I might find myself later in the game at a point where this is appealing. Like I really need iron or oil or something. It's probably oil or aluminum, something like that later. So I do have this hill, that's nice. I'm going to be kind of dependent on my like lumber mills for production here, these river lumber mills. And I'm basically going to not have a great amount of production. But as I said earlier, it is farms, so that's nice. Whoa. So I'm a big fan of just going ahead and slamming scouts. Like I don't wait around. Like you squash the problem as quickly as possible. I don't want this thing wandering over to my city. Now I'm not gonna like roll the dice and hope it goes a different way or whatever. So a good question is, do I want to found a religion? And I would think I'm gonna say no. Probably. Let me think a little harder about that. Religion, as of the most recent patch, is quite strong. Like, you can really get one with pretty much any civ. It's much easier to get one, for one thing, which makes a huge difference on high difficulty. And it's fairly powerful. Like, faith is an efficient yield. Does that make sense? Like, 1 point of faith actually goes a long way. There's lots of ways to spend it that are pretty nice. You can get Jesuit education. You can get, you can meet certain city-states that let you buy things with faith. You can buy units with theology, stuff like that. You can patronage great people, yada yada yada. They're pretty good natural parks. I think I will do up astrology here, because I'd say getting a casual domestic religion does favor tourism victory. It's very nice. That's 4, yeah? So we do have a couple of luxuries here in the capital. So it's working this, which I'm not a huge fan of. I don't really care about +1 culture. I'd rather it grow, frankly. Watermill could really help us here. So I love to start with 2 scouts on continents, on anything except island plates and maybe Fractal. If you can see a lot of water on Fractal, you probably don't need 2 scouts, because you might be on sort of a narrow landmass. I forgot to mention well, in case you didn't catch it at the start, I'm playing on Deity, of course. Continents map, quick speed, and small size. So there's only 6 civs. It often really feels to me like the game is balanced around small size, not standard, which I know sounds weird. Yeah, I just wasted a turn of science. Good for me. I know that sounds weird to say. Like, standard will be standard, but I think there's a reason it, like, when you open a new game menu, its default is on small, and I think that's because I think the game is kind of designed to be played on small and standard. Like, in terms of things like getting a religion and wonder competitiveness, it feels comfortable on small size. On Deity, that is. That's the only thing I play. I mean, maybe playing, you know, Prince or whatever, if you're a more casual player. Let's see here. If you're a more casual player. What do I want? Yeah, I want to kill barbs. Maybe standard size feels okay, like you can still get wonders. But like on Deity, for small size, it feels like if you try hard, you have a good chance of getting a wonder that you need, but it's not easy by any means, but it's also not unfair most of the time. With the exception of like Stonehenge, which is just not a thing. Yeah, also, like, it's really frustrating when you're playing on a larger size to die. It's really frustrating on a larger size to, like, not be able to access somebody to fight them. Like, to not be able to access a snowballing civ. Because it's just frustrating, right? Like, what is going on? What happened? What did I just get? It made a noise. I don't know if you heard that. My scout jumped down here, and did he get gold? Did he get a population? Hell if I know anymore. My preferred build order for pretty much any situation. I think I did get gold here. Damn, I could have just bought a builder. How many turns till I buy a settler, right? That's actually pretty sweet. I'm getting a ton of gold because of Muscat and Lisbon are both giving me, so I'm getting +8 from first meeting city-states. This is why I always say that prioritizing scouting, like getting 2 scouts, is pretty much always worth it. Like, that scout is currently getting me, it probably got me already, the second scout has gotten me vision of a good expansion. It's gotten me +4 gold from first meeting the city-state per turn, and it's picked up a goodie hut. So I got some gold from that too. So it's already definitely paid for itself, and it's important to get that early because only one civ can first meet a city-state, right? You know, so you want to do it quickly. I want to swing down here. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to buy a settler because it's only about, what, 4 more turns-ish? Which would be faster than building it. My preferred build order is always 2 scouts, builder, settler, and I typically would say buy a slinger. Because you need a little more than just your warrior to stay safe from barbarians. And also, if you kill a barb with your slinger, you get a boost to archery, which is a very important early tech, and getting boosts is just always a good idea. And if you're going for religion, I think I'm gonna try to get a fast watermill, which I rarely do. Yes, my scout. So I'm already getting rewarded again for building an early scout. If you're going for a religion too, that's another, like, there's so many reasons to get 2 scouts, right? Foreign trade boost, astrology boost, although I kind of screwed it up a little bit here by flushing a turn. Assuming I do find a natural wonder, which I usually do, but never a guarantee. That's Matty means. But like, I have such good vision already. Like, I can see some good expansions. Oh god, I should have shouldn't have taken that final turn there. I need to buy a settler. Oh, and also use your warrior to scout. Don't be afraid, you know. Pay attention to barbarians. Like, be safe, right? Like, don't let your warrior go too far away that you can't react to a barbarian, because that'll totally screw you up if you're not ready. But that said, why did I even tech this? I almost always start with craftsmanship. Whatever. I definitely recommend craftsmanship, because you don't really need, like, I mean, it's kind of up to you. Maybe foreign trade is better. I just tend to get, oftentimes I find that I don't get the boost for foreign trade for quite some time, and so I just naturally, I get the boost for builders fairly quickly. And so if I want to swap in, like, barbarian fighting, or I want to get a Pantheon, which I often am if I'm not getting a religion. If you're not getting a religion, you want to get your Pantheon with God King, because you're not going to have any faith if you don't build any holy sites. Unless your scouts find some, like this scout. He probably has a promotion as well. Oh, not quite, eh? So, for Pantheon, in this case, I'm definitely going to go with Divine Spark here. +1 great person point for holy sites, campus, and theater square. So I definitely, it's easier now than before to get a great profit on Deity, but it's still it's still tricky, and so getting Divine Spark really, really helps secure that. And here's the other thing, like, you're always gonna be building campuses with any civ, and I'm gonna be building theater squares, which means I'll actually take advantage of every aspect of Divine Spark. So think of it this way: if you're not going for tourism, the theater square point is wasted. If you're not going to be building that many campuses, the campus point is wasted, which means it literally is only useful for like however many turns it takes to get the profit, and then it does nothing. Or it only boosts your campuses or whatever. So if you're going for tourism, Divine Spark is always the way to go, because it'll help secure your profit. It'll hey, Divine Spark. It'll help secure your profit. It will boost your campuses, and you can take advantage of the great rider points better than any other civ that's not going for tourism. So I can actually buy a settler, which is an unusual circumstance, but also one that I'm happy about. 0 turns. I think that means it's going to grow. That's so funny. How many does it have? It's like full of food but not growing. Because when you build a settler, you effectively pull up a population out of it. Finally. What's up, Norway? So I'm not sure he's on the sea. He is on the sea. And he took Stonehenge. Norway is kind of a good civilization to build Stonehenge with, because like Norway is kind of weird in that you want to build a bunch of boats in the beginning, but you also want a religion because you have a unique temple. So that's kind of one idiosyncrasy about Norway. But if you just like whip up Stonehenge, then you can kind of take your time. Like you can, you don't have to rush a bunch of holy sites. So that's kind of ideal. I've never been able to do that. Like, so it's turn 18, right? So for like a human player for me to have gotten Stonehenge, like maybe I could have just clicked astrology, right? And then immediately built Stonehenge. Like maybe. I could try that. I'd be happy to try that in a different game. I've honestly just given up. I just kind of consider it not a thing. So I'm always a fan of settling strong expansions rather than trying to take land or just settling close to you. Because like a strong city is just always better than a weak city, right? But conveniently, it looks like this area down near me here is quite strong. And it's also like a natural expansion, so looks pretty good. I think I would like a little more intel. Down here I can use my France. I want to know if there's like a mountain here or something. I don't want it to overlap too much with Paris, because if I'm gonna play Wonder Heavy, I'm gonna grow pretty tall. Because wonders are big investments. Yes, they help you a lot, but you're neglecting things like settlers and mostly settlers. You're neglecting expansion and conquest if you're spamming wonders. If you really want to spam wonders, you should check out China, because they are freaking OP. I actually have an old video. Not the best quality by any means, but I do show off spamming. I do show off how to like spam for wonders as China. So I think my goal here, I kind of spaced out. I wish I had finished astrology, because then I would have had, I wanted to build a holy site right now, but I kind of got thrown off. My instinctual build order got thrown off a little bit by buying the settler. So what I want to do is time the trader to finish with astrology. So we're going to hold out for 2 more turns and just pray that my scout finds a natural wonder right now. Or next turn. Or within 2 turns, I should say. That way I can potentially squeak out 2 turns of science. So what I mean is, when this trade, I'm going to finish this trader, and But next turn I'm going to start finishing astrology, so that way it finishes at the same time as my trader does. So I don't know what's up there. It's a nice tile. That's a really nice tile. Woodsy Hills, can't go wrong, right? A 2/2 tile. But I don't think I'm going to be able to steal that from Hattusa before it grows. City-state borders grow quite slowly, but they still grow, you know. Come on, scout. Early Empire. AKA nothing, because I was going to get Early Empire very easily anyway. So, one thing to consider when you're settling a city is which tile do you want to work first. And it's really nice to settle next to a 2/2 tile like this, these wine. I was going to say these grapes. Next to these grapes. I mean, that's technically accurate, but next to this wine. And going down here a little bit further will let me take advantage of like this lumber mill here instead of settling on this woods. There's some hills and stuff, a luxury, some more lumber mills. River lumber mills, I mean, specifically, are what I'm interested in. That's pretty nice. I could settle, like, right where my slinger is standing. And then try to settle, like, down here as well. Try to steal land from the city-states, basically. I'm a fan of it. It's okay to steal land from city-states. It really just is. I mean, like, it's easy. That's what I mean to say. The city-state borders expand slowly, so if I build a monument here, and I buy tiles as much as I can actually steal the good tiles from Hattusa, and potentially steal this one from Lisbon as well, this hill, because that's a really nice hill to work. And I'm pretty far from Norway, so I'm not too worried about them coming and bothering me. Anyway, early Empire is always great. Although I could maybe go state workforce, because I think I'm going to try to get pyramids after I build my holy sites. Pyramids is a little iffy. Sometimes it goes very quickly. Sometimes it doesn't go ever. And you can really take your time. You always have a pretty good chance of building it. Where are you going, buddy? Natural wonder. My god. Alright, so I'm going to turn tile yields off. I meant to speak of that earlier. I always play with tile yields on. But I do understand that, like, from a spectator's point of view, it's messy. Especially since I can't play on max settings, or I can't even play on high and record in a decent resolution. I get away with it by, like, having a low frame rate. Because it's like a turn-based game, that's my excuse. Whether or not you agree, that's up to you. I'm milking my potato for all it's worth. So, probably holy site right there. Because I'll get +1 from the woods, and +1 from the mountain. Alternatively, I could put a holy site here. I like to use this, like, this symbol for holy sites. It's like bombarding. But it looks like a meteor falling from the sky. Like, I don't know, like some kind of holy descending thing. I don't know. I could put it there. And then I could put like a commercial hub on the river. It would still get +1. I could put a wonder here. And then put a theater square here. And I like diamond for wonder, and I just use this for theater square. You can do whatever you want. I'm just gonna play it safe and... Am I though? It is really good to cluster your districts for a couple reasons. They get adjacency bonuses. But you know what though? I also want to boost my campus, and I'm gonna build a campus over here. by this mountain for sure. So enough deliberation. Let's just throw this thing down. So I get to promote my scout, but promoting ends your turn. So what I'd like to do is use as many movement points. So I only have one movement point left, right? I just moved, but I can still promote. So that way I take advantage of a little bit of movement, and I can promote on the same turn. So I'm keen on trying to get pyramids. Oh my god, did I just... Hey, playing and talking at the same... Oh, there's the frickin' natural wonder. So, apologies for the stupidity. I marched my settler literally just like past where I was going to settle him. I'm not super used to like jabbering this much while I play, so forgive me. I don't normally make those mistakes. If you want to see intense play, check out my guide video. Hopefully soon to be videos. Right now I just have Australia. Damn, I really want to put my holy site here, but I don't have bronze working. It's a little frustrating. How you need like these techs to clear. I mean, it's okay, right? Like, it's okay that to have tech requirements for that, but like you need to place holy sites like that. Like if you hesitate with your holy sites, you're not getting religion. So it can be a little frustrating when there's this awesome spot that you can't take advantage of. So I'm not gonna bother with Petra. Like, I'm just not, because it's only 2 desert hills. Like, give me a break. Oh, it's 3 actually, and a little bit here. So tempted now, but Petra's so iffy. The AI does like to build it, so you really have to like plan around it. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy this. So as I said before, I'm going to try to steal as much land from Hattusa as I can. Before its borders grow. I assume it will grow to this hill here, because the city growth favors good tiles. Like, it does a pretty good job. Like, it doesn't do a great job of choosing which tiles to work, but it does grow to pretty good tiles. It'll grow to luxuries. It'll grow to stronger yields in general. Crater Lake, +1 science, +4 faith. And it's also important to note that it's fresh water, so you can settle next to it. And natural wonders provide a ton of appeal and holy site bonuses, so that can help with your neighborhood. It can help with your neighborhoods. It can help with your religion. I don't know where this. I feel kind of absent-minded move. Oh no! I need to bring my warrior home. 10 turns, not fast enough. We did have this obnoxious little scout here. So what's important to check is, if you didn't know, if a barbarian camp is close to horses, they will spawn horsemen, and that is terrifying. That can actually literally lose you the game, like in the ancient era. And it's kind of stupid. Like, I think they should change that. Like, I'm not gonna say barb shouldn't be a thing, but like, it feels so random that it feels really unfair, right? Like, if I have to build 3 archers and a spearman just to not die, and my opponent has no problem at all, that's not fair, you know? Like, that's just like, I can't get a religion, I can't build a wonder. Oh, did I get a boost to masonry? Wasn't paying close attention. I think so, because I didn't have a quarry and then it just finished faster than I expected. I'm going to plop those pyramids around this flat tile here. Pyramids, very good wonder. I'm pretty excited that I have a desert tile, because I like to build an early game wonder, right, to get drama and poetry faster. That way I can get out my theater squares. But here's the thing, a lot of the early game wonders suck. I mean, there's Oracle, which is definitely really good for our civilization. But very situational, like only if you have a religion and you're doing culture, which is what we're doing. So it's actually, I could go for Oracle, but I have such a shortage of hills that it's kind of sketchy. I mean, maybe I could try for it in this desert hill here. That would be ideal. I mean, I'll see. But a lot of them are like, Hanging Gardens kind of sucks, like it's better now. But by no means should you ever go out of your way for it. Just because that growth bonus is very, very mediocre. Because if you don't know what growth is, it's surplus food, right? It doesn't give 15% more food. Even if it did, that wouldn't be that good because housing is what matters, not food. But what it is plus 15% food surplus, which is what goes into your growth. So it will be plus 15% of 3.3 in this city. So you do the math. 0.15 times 3, 0.45. So less than half of food in this city. Like, less than half of food in this city. Not even that. It would be like less than a third of a food in this city. Like, give me a break. I'm not going out of my way for that crap. Sure, it's a tiny boost that is like universal throughout all your cities, but throughout the entire game. But it's still so mediocre and like it just feels crappy. Anyway, got 2 cities going here. That's going to be a wrap for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit like, appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.